August 1, 1983. Helen Bazzetta, a 39-year-old wife and Chrysler assembly line worker, vanished from her Michigan home without a trace. Just the day before, she had returned from a golf trip and was excited about her nephew's christening the next day. But she never showed up. Her car was still parked in the driveway. Groceries were left on the counter. And she was gone. Helen had recently married John Bazzetta, a widower with 4 children. But the transition wasn't easy. John's teenage son Joseph had been struggling with the new family dynamic. He was rebellious, loud, and had a girlfriend secretly living in the basement. Helen didn't approve. Tension in the house was growing. And sadly, that tension would explode into something unthinkable. After Helen missed the family gathering, her loved ones panicked. Police told them to wait 48 hours before filing a missing person report. But her family knew something was terribly wrong. Her house looked untouched. No signs of forced entry. No reason for her to leave. For years the case remained cold. Leads came and went. Helen's car was later found abandoned at a nearby shopping mall. But no evidence pointed to where she might be, or who might have wanted to hurt her. Then nearly 5 years later, a man searching for buried treasure stumbled upon a shallow grave near a wooded area in Milford. What he found was horrifying. The remains of a woman wrapped in black plastic and buried beneath a layer of potted plants. She had been handcuffed, beaten, and strangled. It was Helen Bazzetta. The medical examiner found golf tees in her back pocket. She had come home from her outing that night and never left again. Paint chips from a car found at the grave site matched the exact color of Joseph Bazzetta's Dodge Charger. A belt tied around Helen's neck was identical to one found in Joseph's room. The blanket she was wrapped in came from their home. When confronted, Joseph cracked. He admitted to killing Helen. He claimed that he and his girlfriend Michelle Grandis were involved in dark rituals and tried using a spell to make Helen disappear. But when that didn't work, he took a baseball bat, hit Helen, handcuffed her, strangled her with a rope belt, and buried her in the woods. Joseph Bazzetta was just 17 years old when he committed the murder. Michelle, who was 16, later said she was manipulated by him and abused. Both were charged. Joseph was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison. Michelle was convicted of second-degree murder and served 21 years before being released in 2009. And in a controversial turn, after serving 35 years, Joseph was released in 2024 due to changes in juvenile sentencing laws. Helen never got to live the rest of her life. She was a mother, a worker, a woman simply trying to blend 2 families into one. Her life was taken by the very people who should have respected her presence in their home. This is not just a crime story. It's a reminder of how domestic tensions, when ignored, can escalate into irreversible tragedy. And how justice, no matter how delayed, must always remember the victim. Rest in peace, Helen Bazzetta.